Hello, hello, hello. It's Jet back at it again with another VOD. And today we're actually looking at Mouse Cadet's support line. This is a 3K-ish scrim. And primarily what I wanted to do was get a little bit into like our pack usage of our Brig, but when we get into the ball comps later, look at the positioning of both of them, because I was seeing some like disagreements on like what we wanted to do, whether or not we wanted to be more aggressive or we wanted to be passive. That's why I wanted both of you in here. Okay, with that said, I'm going to start on Brig, and we're going to get started. Playing anti-dive. So your job is really to... There's a whip shot you missed there. Just to knock his ass away. Especially like if they're just Monkey Diva. I even think you're a little passive with this positioning. Like there's going to be a shield. You're good. Yeah, so if you were actually standing right here a little closer to your Rissa, you would have seen the monkey jump up and you would have been able to knock him away.
Got it.
So, and this is kind of what I was seeing last night, is that like your team's here and you're like right here. You're being a little too defensive. So like just let's lower that a little. Okay. First I got Anti, that's unfortunate. Actually, Bruma, let's look at this lamp placement here. So what do you think about this lamp, Bruma?
I could have put behind the pillar and it would have been better.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a fat anti, and this is a good ammo. It's a good idea, but having it be like right here where it's protected to keep them alive, that would have been much more ideal. That would have essentially forced a rotation from this Genji or this monkey to try to take it out. But here, I think someone like the Ana maybe. Yeah, the Genji could just take it out really easily without having to sacrifice a lot. And we lose our main tank there. So what's the lesson there, Bruma?
A bit more defensive lamps.
Yeah, protect your lamps. Around the by cover, where they're not... You always want to have your lamp, ideally, with lamps. Ideally, in LOS of your team and out of LOS of other team. You see that?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, and Rain, right now you're asking for some trouble by standing here, because we don't have a shield, so really like nobody should be standing here. So either like right here or right here with your team. And again, you don't really have one shot potential, so I suppose it's okay. I'm just being nitpicky. Let's go on. So, do you think you should have been with your team there, though, Rain?
Yeah, it's to boot the monkey away.
Yep. Also, so that... Because what else does booping the monkey do?
It procs Inspire.
Bam. There you go. And you got to be by your team for Inspire to do anything, right? There we go. Okay, cool. In by cover. Throw a package of Cusco. Alright, why did Cusco die? What were you looking at, sir? What do you think, Bruma?
Too aggressive
Why did Orisa die?
because I was shooting the
You
diva.
didn't even look at her. You did
I feel bad.
you could have thrown an ammo. You could have thrown some right clicks. You just didn't even look at her.
Cusco's blood's in my hands.
I'm gonna save her. Oh, let's actually see that.
I'm under attack.
Let's see this.
Feeling better? I could use some. One at a time.
Okay, so he's just bad. Man, that turret does work.
Old anti-dive for a reason.
So you can be a little more aggressive with your cookie usage. So melee with his health like this, he's walked by you like 2 or 3 times, and I know you had one. You could have given it to him, particularly so with cookie usage. There's one thing you need to realize, or a couple things you need to realize, is where are we? And I guess the word that's coming to mind, where are we in the rhythm? Does that make sense? Like the rhythm of the game. So
Yeah.
are we in like pre-fight? Are we in post-fight? Are we in skirmish? Are we in cleanup, etc.? And especially if we're playing against a dive, do you remember the 4 stages of dive? Scouting, setup, engage, and then like it's like clean up or release or something. So you as a Brig player like really need to like understand this cycle and understand these rhythms so that you know when to use cookies and when to use your cooldowns. So if we're in like the cleanup phase or the pre-fight, you can top people off and build rally.
Got it.
But if you're starting to sense like, okay, especially if it's dive, they've gone through scouting, they've gone through setup, it's about time for them to engage. That's when like you start saving things. Or you start getting yourself into a position so that you can smack the monkey away, bash the Genji, etc. Things like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Feeling better?
Cool. So, see, like they're getting ready to set up. So now we don't really want to use any cookies right now. This is a good rally. Okay. Was it a good rally? Were we all tracking?
To be honest, I don't know.
I don't think we were.
Yeah, I don't think actually we needed to rally here. So when do we use rally? Let's keep it. Let's not keep it general. Let's talk about like within this comp. When do we use rally
Right before a fight happens.
for this comp in particular? And which fight?
Before Nanoblade.
Yeah, just before. And so like if we're calling like okay, they have Nano Blade, just before we think they engage, we pull the rally.
Okay.
So just because Monkey's jumping in, I mean, granted he does have Primal, and just because Monkey's jumping in doesn't necessarily mean we just throw rally away.
I remember myself being too focused on guys. I'm gonna rally when the monkey jumps in next time. That's what I said.
Why were you focused on that?
I thought it was a.
It's okay. So the concept is that it's good that you had a plan and that you stuck to your plan. The thing is that we need to understand why we made that plan in the first place. So anyway, let's move on. It's fine, you can chase that. That's cool. A little early on that. It's okay.
I got you.
You'll learn pull timings. It's alright. Okay, speed this up.
Some books on me. I will shield you. Back the hook.
Okay. They do cap this, right? Actually, I'm not sure if they do.
I don't think they did.
I don't think we did either. Okay. So here's.
Yeah.
So this would have been nice to have rallied. And just. So remember, anti-dive's a little tankier than you think. You don't have to run away
also-
from white like that. What's up?
You can also bash the Diva Bomb to stop it.
Did he have an opportunity
Just
to do
one
that?
thing. Yeah, just now.
I did not know that.
10 seconds remaining.
It had... Oh, there.
Into the iris. It's high noon. Draw.
She just yeets the bomb right in front of Rain.
Nerf this.
He didn't really have that much.
On his perspective, looks like he had. Weird.
Let's take it like a here, like me. Yeah, he could have, I guess. Actually, I don't think he had dash up.
No, I have that.
He does. Okay. But I don't even. Even if he did bash it, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't have done that. Because then, like, think about it. Diva Bomb is launched here from here. It's going this way. And if actually it was like right here. If you did bash it, it would stop like right here. And now you're just like here, and you're forced to shield it, or else you die. Meanwhile, if anybody else is looking at you, how are you going to protect yourself? Where are you going to go? But anyway, just decent tech. If you see the opportunity to stop a Diva Bomb, and it makes sense to go for it.
I'll make sure to use that knowledge whenever an opportunity comes up.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Bruno, I do want to look at your POV here. I think you can live. Yeah, I figured. A lot of the times last night with your exo boots, you'll learn this over time, but like you'll learn the timing on the charge. Because you wanted to get to high ground, but you weren't letting it charge enough to let it get to you the height that you needed to get to high ground. Because ideally, where should have you been?
Up there.
Pop quiz. Yes, right here. And you were trying to do that when you're here. You don't quite know the timing yet. You'll get it.
Yeah.
Or
The rotation I was making when Diva threw the bomb was going up these stairs. And she threw right the path where I was, so I couldn't really get to either high ground, and I got stuck in the bomb.
yeah, but like check this out. Look at yourself again, like right now, before she even threw the bomb. See how you're charging it,
I think I was just crouching,
and then you
though.
wanted to do it. I don't know. To me, like it looks like you wanted to get on high ground.
I wanted to get
I
on
didn't
the
necessarily
bridge.
think you wanted to be here. Okay, but just as long as we agree that you should have been here, we're Gucci.
Yeah. Because like the fight wasn't really happening on the point, so I wanted to be closer to the fight in the indoors where Cassidy is right now. That's where I wanted to go. Because if I just go to that high ground, the fight isn't really happening there, so I will lose opportunity to dish damage and see the whole team over fight.
I think you'd be quite surprised about how much you can do up there. Okay, really, really good.
30 seconds remaining.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, I got this one.
Rally to me.
I was gonna say rally whenever, but they're not really engaging.
A bit longer, and we win.
But this is okay.
I rallied to
Just
build
less
armor.
12
Yeah,
seconds.
this worked out.
And that was a great bet.
Yeah, that was a really good bash.
I've been working on that.
Nice. Yeah, and you'll get better at landing all your shots and cooldowns too.
Yeah.
Complete.
Cool, cool.
Score. 0.
So I think this kind of applies
0.
to, and this Bruma, this does apply to the. Let me see what I'm trying to say. Okay, the rhythm of a fight. This also the Bruma, the way you can apply this is for your positioning. Because remember, sometimes last night where you're like literally in the middle of the fight and you're being surrounded and you're trying to find a safe place to go, but it's not very clear to be seen. So I think you understanding better like the rhythm of the fight, that'll help immensely with where you're supposed to stand. And then for Brig CD usage. Also, rally is applied to this as well. Does that make sense, guys?
Right.
Questions about this before we talk about? I think we're going to move on to Route 66 because it's just like positioning stuff in ball fight now. Or ball
So
comp.
for the 4 stages of dive, it's scouting, setup, engage.
It's in
and
the
then cleanup.
it's in those Thor
Slides.
slides.
Was it posted in resources?
Probably. I posted it a while. I can find it again. You can just like Google Thor macro Overwatch slides or something like that, and it'll be like a Reddit post on it or something. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah, I want to talk about we got to get on the same page when it comes to positioning. Because there's times when Bruma like wants to be super aggressive, and Rain's like, no, let's go, let's be back, let's be a little safe. So you're both right, you're both wrong. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
So like right now, Rain, what do you think?
Too defensive. I should have been up there booping the ball.
Yeah. So if you see that you're, let me change colors real quick. Does black work here? All right, so if you see that your Zen is right here, where should you be?
Next to my Zen.
Yeah, so like generally in front of him so that he can spam and that it's a little bit harder to hit him from your shield. You're not going to like block all the damage because if you stand right in front of him, like your ass is in his face. It's hard for him to see. But you can still block a little bit. But like, what do you think about this right here?
Much too safe, and my Zen is exposed.
Right. But what do you think about his position? Should he be there?
I think it's fine considering there's a billboard right next to him that he can hide
Exactly.
behind.
He's got a nice wall of cover. He's got good sights here, so he's in the good spot.
And he has a DPS to appeal for him too.
Mm-hmm. Nice stun.
So when it comes to packing the diva or the ball, I can give them a single pack, right?
Yeah. Again, think about the rhythm of the fight. Like if it's like mid fight, like or not mid fight, if it's like nothing's really going on right now and you have time for the cooldown to give you another one, yeah, throw him a pack. Like you got to build rally, man.
Yeah.
But so pack priority. What do you think it is?
Yes, and Zen.
I want an order.
Zen,
Uh-huh.
DPS.
Great. And then process
And then the
elimination. Tanks. Good. So yeah, again, you can still throw them out. Like you get ult charge off that. It's just if the fight happens and you see like Saber 1v1ing somebody or Bruma's getting dived, they need to be packed.
Right.
Yep, get your orb from Bruma so you can heal up. Right, this is fine. Let's see.
I recall saying the Tracer had plus bomb, and I was paranoid.
Yeah, I could see that you were like really looking at her.
Thumbs away.
Okay, so they jumped
Into
in.
the iris.
I don't know if we needed this trance.
Thumbs away.
Pass into the iris.
Yeah, that was a fuck.
I don't
There's
know
a
why I
pulse.
trance.
I
I don't
think
know
it was
why
a
I
fuck. There's a pulse. I'm just gonna trance.
I think I didn't quite process that it landed in front of me and not in anyone, and I thought, oh, someone's like, thanks.
Orb your Brig.
I stupidly got caught in the blocks. Like I walked back, I walked out, and then I walked back.
So what was your oh, okay, so we talked about priorities on Brig. Let's talk about Zen priorities. What are your priorities?
Keep
I want-
any squishy alive.
I want orders. So
My
That's-
first order is my second support.
I'm not. It's a little bit different. It's this isn't just specific pack priorities. This is just like in general what you do as Zen.
Okay.
So what's your first priority?
Top people topping people off.
That's half of it.
Especially squishies.
It's half of it.
Healing.
That's part of topping it off. Has to do with these guys.
Oh, Harmony Orb.
Yeah, orbs out. Close to 100% of the time, as much as possible.
Yeah.
So once both of your orbs are out, then what can you do?
Deal damage.
Deal damage, yes. And of course, this is so like let's say our main tank is calling, like let's say for whatever reason he's like, okay, Tracer's our new target. What do you do with Discord?
I put on Tracer.
Right. So Tracer can die. So while you're shooting the SIG, what's going on behind you
A flux.
specifically? And who's in
A
the
flux.
flux?
Brig.
You-
But I didn't know he was
I
in
think
the
you
flux.
kind of want to. I mean, you did though, because your Brig's normally
No,
near
I-
you. You knew somebody was fluxed. It's not necessarily is Brig in there. So if someone gets fluxed, do you think they should get orb? Now
Yeah,
he's fucked
probably.
either way.
Yeah.
It's just I want to talk. I just need to make sure that you orbs
Well,
out, then do damage.
Yeah. Truth is about flux, it really depends. If I see someone and they're below half health, yeah, it's not my orb that's gonna make the difference.
Yeah, he's fucked. It's only 30 heals. It just reminded me that I got to make sure I tell Bruma about the orb thingy.
It's okay, I appreciate.
And then
I need to hear.
step 3 is stay alive. That's your priority.
Easy.
Okay. Yeah, really shame that was it from the why did we let's look into it. Why did we trans? Super low. Here's a pulse. It's not really near you.
Oh,
You just did it
I,
anyway.
oh, okay, I know what happened. It's because I saw the pulse fly in front of my face, and my reaction was it's going to stuck on me, so I just tranced.
Okay.
I got what happened.
Yeah, it's like super, you know, the
Yeah,
minute
because it
split-second
flies
decisions.
right in front of my face.
Yeah, but she missed.
Yeah.
So if you saw it stuck, yeah, cool. Go ahead and trance. Just, I think, it's really minute. Anyway,
Yeah,
who is this?
Brent.
I'm just gonna listen in because I didn't watch the VOD last night.
Okay, I'm kicking you guys out because I'm recording. Love you. I suppose I should have moved to a call. Let's do that actually. We're gonna do that real quick. How do I add him to the call? My friends with Rain? Oh, this is frustrating.
You want me to add?
Yeah. Okay, cool. Where were we? All right, trance. I'm kind of getting into the weeds here. So,
Das Universum singt vor mir!
oh, shit. Actually, Orb would have been great on him because Brig is just, you know, Brig.
Jet, you're not streaming. We can't see anything.
Also, yeah, I somehow lived through that flux.
Yeah, if they shot
I
you,
just died in the aftermath.
if they shot you, that'd been fine. All right, anyway, I think they get it
Helden
here.
sterben nicht.
Okay, so we're coming back in.
Alla till mig!
All right, I like the rally, but I have a question for you, Bruma. I'm gonna see what you do.
Yeah, I dropped.
What do you think? I think
That I
it's.
should be in the bridge.
I think it's okay to be here. I also think it's okay to be here
It's
or
not
here,
there.
because they do have an Ashe, and she would challenge you. However, here I think you're cutting it close. Let's see what happens.
I already know what happens. I fucking die.
I said I was with Bruma, and then
Okay, now Rain, I want to know why did we go over there?
I think I panic rotated. I was thinking they were focusing here, and then
Alla
Okay.
till mig!
Oh, I dropped because of the rally.
Okay, Rain, do you understand how freaking tanky you are in rally?
very.
Very. Now, I agree that you should still play by cover, and you're not that tanky. But why are we here?
Because I panicked. I could have stayed with by that pillar.
Yeah,
with
you could have,
Bruma. Yeah.
you know, played this corner right here. Given Cusco a lot of armor and just resources, but you going over here, like, huh? That's just very, very strange. So yeah, and Bruma like dropping to get the armor and like just chill here and just do damage. That would have been fine.
Yeah, the fact that I saw my Brig go to double gas
Yeah, that was
station
just like
definitely made me.
super goofy. Very strange. Okay, then they definitely cap. Nice stall attempt though. Okay. Whoopsie. Let's look at that one.
Yeah. That was a shoot
The
that.
payload has reached the
Okay, Rain recognizing
The
where
payload
Zen is,
has
going up.
reached The checkpoint.
So, Rain, are you wanting... Okay. All right, Rain and Bruma, who's right? There's clearly a disagreement. Who's right here?
Bruma?
You think standing on bridge out in the open with zero cover is correct?
Yeah, the position I have right now is not the right one, so I have to say Ray.
Right. So why is Ray correct?
Because he's further back, it's harder to hit, and he's behind a pillar.
Right. So he would be, you know, I hear there's cover for you. And what else is important about this that is particularly concerning towards you, Bruma?
It's close to my brig.
We covered that. It's something else.
I can still see the main lane.
Yes, you can. You still have good sight lines, and so you can do damage, and more importantly, get your orbs out.
Yeah, I think I was still getting used to Zen.
Yeah, you don't gotta make excuses, man. It's okay.
I know I fucked up. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
No
just,
one gets
just
two
say
tapped.
just say okay, I'll
out of
do
the
it, and
blue
move
win.
on.
Hoopa was trying to DM me out.
Mm-hmm. So, however, let's look at this again.
Yeah, I was wondering if I should have just stayed put there instead.
Oh yeah, they just took two. No, you because I was wondering like, oh, should we have been there in the first place? It's like, okay, yeah, I think if our Zen didn't get picked, the Tracer going for the pulse on melee would have been much harder because Bruma would have been able to just move over here and go shoot, shoot, bang, bang. Hopefully we stabilize. Just going in for some ult charge, easy ult charge. Okay, so we're trying to get out here. Oh, Cusco did die. Whoops. Okay, cool. We got a pick. Our tanks are in, so supports are now able to move up. All right, let's watch this engagement. Did you just not know where they were? I need to know, like, if you had the information to stop that, because this was definitely.
I think I was surprised by the occasion. Yeah, like the ball slammed out of nowhere, and I was.
Yeah, you did get a sound cue. Clear in the. So quick 180, put your shield down.
And I'm muted. Okay.
Quick 180, put your shield down. Throw a pack at your Zen. There's a lot of things you could have done, but it's again like you had a second to react, not even a second to react.
Well, that's something I can always work on.
Let's look at this again.
Yeah, because the ball at least was not a surprise.
Yeah, I'll take the ball in that because I should have been looking around, and if I would looked around, I could have seen the ball slamming. So that was my fault.
Yeah, and again, this is all hindsight, but you could have shielded from the Tracer spam.
When I died, I noticed I
Like,
didn't
right
know
in
the
the
Tracer
air?
was there.
The Tracer was
Because
waiting inside.
The Tracer was right behind the ball. I didn't even saw the Tracer.
No. Yeah. What I'm saying is Rain could have shielded.
Ah, yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, it's just, again, like minute things. Okay, but our dive on their backline was better, so we only lose Zen. You can be. You don't have,
Oh yeah, here's where the ball rests.
yeah, this is good. Good job there.
Feeling better?
Okay, where's your Zen?
Going to the left.
You'll take it. Don't underestimate.
Build. Okay.
I think that was a bad rally.
Okay, cool. No, that's point. Let's move on. I think this is the one I kind of really wanted to look at.
Yeah, I was really lost.
Okay, good. Zen's rotating. We go over.
I'm gonna have to shoot you down. Wait for it.
So again,
This.
we ideally want to be in front of our Zen, not behind him. When we
Got it.
when we get to the part when we get to the point, you know, when we get to the spot where we're chilling, and we know they're over here. So we have our Zen, and then we have our Brig. That's a shield. It's supposed to be a shield anyway. So instead of what's the inversion, which you really like to do sometimes. So like this right now, you're right in front of him. That's what we want to see.
Activated. Dynamics aiming is done. Back this up. I need healing. I've got you covered.
Okay, that's fine.
Back this up.
So if you have these numbers, Rain, you know, a Diva, a Brig, and yourself and Zen, it's okay to stun the ball when you get the chance to. He probably would have died there.
Got it.
But you guys are doing well. This is a hard comp to play.
I need to work on my reaction timing.
It'll come with practice. Once we scrim this a lot more, you'll start to see. You'll more instinctively know what to do. Okay, now, Bruma and Rain, where is the fight happening?
Right there in the front.
So
All the way where Tracer and Ball
do you
are.
think we're so with everything's like kind of like right here? What do we think about this spot right now?
I think we're a bit
It's
passive.
very safe.
We
It's
could push
very
up
safe.
to one of the pillars.
Yeah, you can move up like right here.
Yeah, like right there. Yeah.
So does this? You guys kind of like seeing the theme though of like, come on, of
Yeah.
like where
Uh,
like understanding like rhythms of the fight and like where they're happening.
Yeah, this is not something I'm used to. Like generally on this map, I
Mm,
always play the comp that where standing on that truck close to that mega is a play.
Yeah, like 24/7. So the reason why we'd like you here is that our dive duo
These two need
is
help.
in, and you could by standing here, you could have a better chance of giving them some sort of support, like particularly Discord. That's the one that we really need. And Harmony for the Tracer if you can get a shot on her, and maybe some packs here and there, like for the Tracer if they have it. But one thing, like in general for the team, especially these four, they just got to get used to not being at full life, 24/7.
I noticed that at some point last night, and I was just like, okay, this is how we're playing now.
Yep.
Yeah. That was actually
Especially the tanks. The tanks were always a chip down.
that was actually why not why, but like that was actually one of the questions that I had is like because I know that the Brig's job is to pack the Zen and the DPS, but my understanding was that I couldn't see the DPS, and now I know why we were too safe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was just playing a game on comp. It was Blizzard World. And, we're holding by point like you normally do. And then the tanks are just like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to fight on that, in that, like, that right room, like, where they, there's like
Near
a
spawn,
mega,
like
and there's
the
like
mega-
stairs.
yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, fuck it. We're fighting there. And it's like, okay. And that's just as support players, like, we have to, like, this even goes beyond Ball Cup. Like, we need to recognize, like, where the fight's happening and then position ourselves so that we can be able to contribute to it and not, standing back all the way here. Like, this is very, very safe, but can we do our job?
Yeah, but we're also unable to support the rest of our team.
Exactly. Those types of things we need to be looking out for. I think you guys kind of like are instinctively knowing though, like that we want to move up.
And then Hoopa's like, move back.
Yep.
Yeah, we were late to the parties.
Ooh, this part
So
was
this wouldn't be a bad trance. It looks like everything's okay.
I was trying to save for this, specifically.
I don't think I should have rallied there.
Mm-mm.
Especially
I
since
think,
Bruma trance.
especially like if you get flux and you have trance, it's okay to use the trance. But yeah, ideally, the support ults in this, I'll
Never
little
go
pop,
together.
Yeah,
So you kind of know,
that's
like they're ideally chained.
Also, the Mercy was
Instead
resing
of
there, but I
combo.
missed my flail timing.
Okay.
Yeah, the flux shook my screen, and I was like, oop.
Back. Shots. Okay. Orb goes to your Brig. When we're being challenged, Orb just goes to Brig. The Diva is the least valuable one there. Like, the supports are insanely valuable in this. Nice
Yeah, I
shots.
don't know why, but I was thinking of I had my own.
So even here, man, I think you're kind of doing it already. Like right now.
Oh, when did I go over to my Zen? I thought I was on the right side.
We'll take a look at that in a second. So with that, with your rotations there, like your positioning there, if the fight is here and you find yourself in the middle of it, what do you do?
Get out.
Yeah, start moving out towards cover. And of course, Brig, that's escort him, get him out. You're the bodyguard.
Yeah.
And you said something.
Yeah, I noticed that, like, after my Zen, he just flew over there.
He just yeeted himself away. Okay, so you notice, you start moving, pack him good. Good. Okay, cool. So where are we in the fight?
Pushed up a little bit with the ball.
Is it okay to pack your diva?
Yes, because it's post-fight.
Yeah. Is it okay to back your ball? You do, nice. But now they're
You're not
pushing
allowed
up,
to do-
so yes, okay with
Just a little bit
not
longer,
throwing a
and
pack
we
to
win this.
diva.
Catching you up. Activating self-destruct sequence.
Did we see Saber going in?
Right now. You up.
See melee.
30 seconds.
Just a little bit longer, and we win this.
No. he
Yeah,
was
he was-
on
he
the
was
other
fucked.
end.
Activating self-destruct sequence. Depth behind me. I'll show them.
10 seconds remaining.
So I'm gonna say most of the time, if you see a ball, and if a ball's in stun range, especially if he's by himself, just do it. Like, you may or may not kill him, but you get a lot of ult charge from it. Nice.
Oh, listen, check out. You up. I'm back in the fight.
Okay.
Round 1.
Actually, I think
Red. Round
is that
1.
the one where I was looking at it?
I was not looking when I whip shot it there.
Again, we're in front of our Zen. So, okay. Like, why...
Oh, it's because I
If-
put the bomb over there.
If you had Rally, like, pretty much ready to go, I'm okay with this positioning. But what do you think about it right now?
Too safe.
Mm-hmm. What do you think you should be?
I should be up at the corner where my Zen is trying to proc inspire.
Yeah, at
with
least,
whip
like,
shot.
right there. Maybe right here if you're feeling a little greedy. So one thing I want you to start looking for is when to brawl. Like, when it's okay for you to go back to 1.0 Brig. Does that make sense? Oh, you don't know what 1.0 Brig is. 1.0 Brig was dummy thick. So yeah, I think most of the time you're like just a little too defensive, and there are times where you can be doing a lot more damage, a lot more things, but you just like, oh, I'm just trying to stay alive because Brig's a defensive hero. So it's true, but sometimes the best defense is a great defense is a great offense. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Okay. So yeah, like you have whip shot. You could hit him, get your inspire back up, and get close to building rally. Which, okay, you did. You're like, all right, let's go in. So like something like went off in your brain. You're like, okay, actually, I'm not supposed to be standing here.
I'm back in the fight.
Yeah. It's like those moments where I tell myself you're being a pussy.
Okay.
Score.
So I think that's it for this one. That's pretty much what I wanted to go over. Okay, so Bruma,
Wait.
pop quiz. What are your priorities as Zen?
Healing. Orbs out.
Orbs, yes.
Damage. And my life.
Yeah. So we'll say like ideal positioning. Okay, and then with Brig, let's actually talk about your positioning in relation to Zen. Where are you?
In front of the Zen.
And you protect, you swing, you bash. Okay, so Bruma, with your ideal positioning, what goes into that?
High ground if possible, if they don't have a one shot. Close to cover and close to my brig, where I can see the fight.
I'd say those are minor things, but the last one, that's ideally. So recognize where the fight is. And then just get yourself just close enough
To do the job.
to do your job, which is what?
Orbs.
Orbs and damage.
Yeah, even if I don't shoot, the orbs already do a great help.
Mm-hmm, they really do. But not so close
To be a target.
where you're inting. And Rain, you can recognize this too. So if you see us if you see us in a spot where it's not quite ideal, go ahead and call it out. But most of the time, it's the Zen. Because you're not really going to know what orbs Zen has out where Zen is going to know.
Got it.
So you just chill there. And then also, there are times where you are allowed to leave your Zen and brawl. It's like everyone's like fighting on point and Zen's just in the back. Yeah, go ahead, swing, get in there. But keep him in the back of your head. Or keep him in the back of your mind. Keep an eye on him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Grow a third eye.
Cool. Any questions, guys?
Nope.
All my
Awesome.
questions have been answered.
Awesome. All right. And dear viewer, if you made it this far, thank you so much. And we'll catch you all next time.
See?